So we're dealing with rational equations. What does that mean? Equations? That's right. We're going to have to isolate the variable, right? In this case, we need to solve for x. But we all hate fractions, right? So in order to do this, we're going to eliminate all the fractions and just have a simple whole numbers to solve for x. Ready? Now we see that we have subtraction. What are we going to need?
Common denominator.
That's right. The lowest common denominator or multiple, however you want to call it. I don't care. Gentlemen, please be quiet. This is a difficult subject. Okay, in the first fraction, what do I need in the denominator? X. In the second fraction, what do I need? So I have the x, I need the 3. And the third fraction, I need the 3. I already have it. I'm done with the LCM. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply every fraction by the LCM. Okay? So here's my first fraction, 7 over x. I'm going to multiply it by the LCM, which is 3x over 1, right? Minus the second fraction, 1 over 3x. I'm going to multiply it by the LCM, 3x over 1, equals 5 thirds times the LCM, 3x over 1. Seems reasonable, huh? Anybody confused? Even those playing video games right now? Are we good? All right, so let's look at this first fraction. I can cancel out the x's, and I'm left with 7 times 3 is 21. And at this step, I should be eliminating the fractions, right? In the next fraction, I'm multiplying it. I can cancel out the 3x's, right? So I have 1 over 1, or just 1, equals the third fraction. I can cancel out the 3's. So I have 5x. Seems simple enough, right? Solve for x. 21 minus 1 is 20, equals 5x. Divide both sides by 5. So therefore, x equals 4. Here's the thing about algebra and fractions. We always have to see if our answers work. We have to check our answers to make sure that it works. Sometimes checking the answer is a lot harder than the problem itself. So we need to check to see if x equals 4 works. And how we do that is wherever we see an x, so I have 7 over, I'm going to plug in the value 4, minus 1 over 3 times x, equal, does that equal 5 thirds? And my x was 4, right? So I'm going to use my handy dandy calculator because I don't want to use my brain too much because it'll explode. Guys, didn't even catch that. Didn't even phase you, did it? 7 divided by, now I like to put enclose a lot of stuff, so you don't need the parenthesis there. But you should have the parenthesis in the denominator. 7 divided by 4 minus 1 divided by, well, what's 3 times 12? 4 is 12, right? Hit enter, hit math, enter, enter, and sure enough, I get 5/3 does indeed equal 5/3. Therefore, my answer works, and I checked it. Piece of cake, right? All right. I hope it goes this well for the future problems. Now I'm going to skip to number 6 right now because it's the same type of problem, right? My LCM here is what? See, I need an x there. I need a 2, and I need an x. Already have it. Going to distribute it to every fraction. Now, you could probably do a lot of this in your head, but I'm gonna write it all out for the time being. So I'm gonna take the fraction 3 over x, gonna multiply it by 2x over 1 minus 1/2 times 2x over 1 equals, let's see, I'm going to take 12 over x. I'm going to multiply it by 2x over 1. Okay, my x's cancel out here. So 3 times 2 is 6 minus, here my 2's cancel out. I have x over 1 or just x equals, here my x's cancel out. So I have 12 times 2 is 24. Now all I have to do is solve for x. Gonna subtract 6 from both sides. So I get negative x equals 18. Divide both sides. I got to get rid of that negative sign by negative 1. So x equals negative 18. I have to check it. Here's my check. Wherever I see an x, I'm going to plug in negative 18. So 3 over negative 18 minus 1/2. Does that equal 12 over negative 18? And again, I'm going to rely on my calculator. So I've got 3 divided by negative 18 minus 1/2. Enter, math, enter, enter, and I get negative 2/3. And I know 12/18 can be reduced. So negative 12/18, hit enter, math, enter, enter. And sure enough, I get negative 2/3. So negative 18 checks. All right, ready to do a little bit harder one? I don't hear a whole lot of cheering going on. Let's do number 2. Um, no, let's not. Let's do number 3. Okay, I'm going to do it on a separate sheet of paper. I kind of used some room, didn't I? 2x over x plus 3 minus 5. I'm going to put that 5 over 1 equal 1 over x plus 3. Now, I keep telling you guys, when there isn't parentheses there, put parentheses in there. It's very easy to make mistakes in this section. Okay, what's my LCM? Don't say it all at once. I can't hear them all. This fraction, I have an x plus 3. This fraction's a 1. This fraction's an x plus 3. So there's my lowest common multiple. Going to multiply every fraction by the LCM. Okay, so I'm going to have 2x over x plus 3 times x plus 3 over 1 minus 5 over 1 times x plus 3 over 1 equals 1 over x plus 3 times x plus 3 over 1. Hopefully, if I did this right, all my fractions should eliminate. X plus 3's cancel out. So I have 2x over 1, or just 2x, minus, let's see, 5 times x plus 3. I'm going to go ahead and distribute the minus 5. Okay, the minus 5 to x is minus 5x. Minus 5 times positive 3 minus 15. And here, the x plus 3's cancel. So I just get 1 over 1, or 1. Solve for x. 2 minus 5x, negative 3x. I'm going to go ahead and add the 15 to both sides. So negative 3x equals 16. Divide both sides by negative 3. So my x is going to equal negative 16 thirds. Now here's the problem, guys. I have to check this answer, right? I have to check my answer. Wherever I see an x, I have to substitute this value in, right? So my original problem, 2 times x over x plus 3 minus 5 over 1 equals 1 over x plus 3. And my x is negative 16 thirds. Boy, this looks like fun, huh? I think you guys might be sleeping on me. Not sure, but maybe not even paying attention to me. 2 times negative 16 thirds. 2 times negative 16 thirds. Hit math, enter, enter. And I have negative 32 thirds for this, for the numerator. For the denominator, I get, let's see, negative 16 thirds plus 3, math enter, enter, over negative 7 thirds, minus 5 over 1. Does that equal 1? Now, we already did, this is the exact same denominator, right? 1 divided by negative 7 thirds. We know how to divide fractions. We learned it last week with the rational expressions, right? We take the numerator, or take the first fraction, change this to multiplication, flip the second fraction. Does that equal? Again, we're going to take 1, change it to multiplication, flip the second fraction. I can cancel out the 3's here, so I have negative negative or positive 32 over 7 minus 5. Does that equal negative 3/7? What do you guys think? Or don't you at this point? 32 divided by 7 minus 5. Enter, math, enter, enter, and it equals negative 3/7. How about that? So our answer of negative 16 thirds checks. Isn't that fun? No? This is just the beginning of rational expressions. Wow. I think I've had the most amount of students sleep during this section than any other.
It's not me for once.
And it's not you for once. That's fantastic. That is a goal to set.